Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, things are a little bit different from normal, and one of the reasons why is just being stuck at quarantine and isolated away from most of the people in my life that I don't keep in contact with online and more in person has been kind of stir crazy for me, so I decided to start doing some more off-road adventures. This year I recently picked up a Subaru Outback. One of the reasons where the name gets the title of my channel now gets its name is I'm going to be doing some more stuff in the car, either interior recording where I'm just like kind of chilling out talking to you guys about that kind of stuff and whatnot, and or my nerdy stuff, still Star Trek and science fiction and conspiracy theories about science fiction stuff and that kind of thing, and some people stuff, and we'll just see how things grow. I'm letting this channel grow organically. I mean, that's one of the things I talked about in my intro when I first started the channel. So we're just seeing where things go. I'm leaving my back catalog still on there, and we're just going to see how this channel progresses and grows as time moves forward. And me and my buddy, we were just doing recon here for our camping trip that was going to be coming like a couple weeks later. We were just up here checking it out, seeing what kind of stuff we can get into, shenanigans, because we were both isolated and quarantined, and so we wanted to get out and do stuff. This is in the Pear Cheney area of Michigan, near Grayling, Michigan, and our governor had let us do outdoor activities and that kind of thing, and so it really wasn't a big no-no for us to go out and doing this thing, because we were still self-isolating and keeping away from others and minding our own business, that kind of thing. And we just had a lot of fun up here, and so this was just recon, checking things out, seeing what the new car can do. This is my first time taking it on trails, so I want to see what she was capable of. I may have babied her a little bit more on this trip than on when I actually go camping, and that was just because I was getting a feel for it, seeing how it was going and that kind of thing and whatnot. You'll see later on, there's some things where I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like do this or not. I ended up doing later on in my trip, and you'll see how things just work out in my other videos that I do have. We got into some pretty fun stuff. Unfortunately, there was some stuff I didn't get on video because it was the last day on our trip and I packed things away. Right now, what you're looking at is dash cam footage. The dash cam ended up dying on my trip, so then I ended up mounting my action camera to the window to get footage, and then I had some more technical difficulties with that you'll be seeing in a later video. But yeah, the dash cam died, so it's like impromptu trying to get some sort of footage for this trip. I mean, had no one been in my car, I was very much considering setting up my DSLR on the tripod in the car somehow, just so I could get some sort of footage. The action cam kind of worked out, maybe. You'll see some footage. It's not going to be the greatest footage, but I just really wanted to get something to put up and show you guys like some of the stuff in northern Michigan. I mean, I think I got footage from the UPF to go through. I have so much footage to go through and see how it comes out. And other parts of northern Michigan, Manistee National Forest, that's going to be in there too. We found some nice dispersed camping sites that we want to get into and maybe check out this summer, and just see what kind of fun and shenanigans we can get into. Obviously, all on the up and up. We're not like doing anything illegal or anything like that. We have the trail stickers and ORV stickers and all that shit for our vehicles, so we try to do things by the right way and whatnot. So I really hope you are interested in the way the channel is going. I mean, I hope to still keep some of my geeky followers of the 13 of you who do follow, but I also hope to gain new followers of people who are maybe more interested in the outdoor stuff. I am an IT guy, but I do love to spend time out in the outdoors, mostly because it does let me disconnect from the technology, as I say this with the dash camera recording everything I'm driving around. But it lets me just like be away from the technology, and the biggest things I need with my dash cams are for them just to work without a whole lot of thought process. So I will be shopping for a new one unless I can get this action cam to really work out. Like I said, it was just something that we were figuring out on the fly because it happened in the middle of a trip, and it kind of sucked. But up here you're going to be seeing we come to a nice huge ass mud pit, because I'm going to go left here in a second. I come up to a nice huge ass mud pit, which I chose not to take the Outback on because it is my daily driver. So with that being the case, I do choose to just go around it, which you'll see that obviously here in a second. You'll see the size of the mud pit up here. But if you have any questions or comments, I'd definitely be interested in hearing them. Maybe if you had suggestions of things you'd like to see. I am off on weekends, so me making a trip on the weekend to go up north just to get some footage is a completely possible idea. You know, it's only like a 3-hour drive for me to get to this area, which I'm not opposed to doing. And the UP would definitely be like more of a longer weekend trip, but that is also not out of the realm of possibility, and definitely something I would for sure be down for doing and checking out. Or if, hey, you got any Michiganders out there who do stuff like this as well, and you want to like meet up and we can all check things out, shoot me a line, let me know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, up here is coming a huge mud pit. It's going to be after the second hill. And that mud pit, I would say, was a good 10 to 12 inches deep. I just chose to go around it. Any minute now. There we go. I just chose to go around it just because it was about 12 inches deep. And one thing I learned in life is not to trust water. Just because I could see about 10 to 12 inches, and you know, if I gunned it, the car probably could have made it no problem. I just wasn't going to chance it, especially since we were out there with just one vehicle. I wasn't going to risk chancing any ability where I would be stranded, especially with one vehicle. Like I said, this was just a recon trip. It wasn't necessarily a full off-road experience trip. We were just checking things out, the area, and what kind of stuff we were going to do when we come up from vacation. And like I said, we ended up in the Manistee National Forest. And then, like I said, I come up here, we turn around, and not too much thrilling about that. It's still beautiful areas to check out. And I do highly recommend checking out Northern Michigan to anyone. It is a beautiful place. You know, I'm seeing there's a couple YouTubers I follow. A lot of it is out in the Northwest, out in Oregon, some California, some Washington, you know, Idaho, that kind of thing. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's absolutely beautiful. But Michigan is beautiful in its own right, and we have some great beauties up here. And I just want to show more about it and experience and show that, like, Michigan's a pretty great state to be in. These are obviously logging roads as well. That's why all the trees are knocked down and shit like this. This was a logging area. But it was still pretty cool to check out, and I highly recommend driving up here and checking stuff out for yourselves. So what you're going to see coming up here shortly is a pretty steep hill that we ended up going down, and I just didn't want to chance it with the car because this is my first time taking it out and doing anything off-road or even two-tracking or soft-roading, whatever you want to call it. And like I said before, previous in this video, I was just seeing what was going on, seeing the area, and when we ended up coming back on our trip, because this was just a one-day excursion, when we ended up coming back on our trip, I ended up going up the hill, actually on the last day of the trip, and the car handled it like a champ. It was like perfect. It went up, no problems, issues. And then we ended up coming up on a road, and then it's like, this is like a legit road. It was like named and everything. Like, this is a road. When we first encountered it, we thought it was the MCCCT trail, which it's like kind of a part of it, but then when we get off of it and we hit the main road, which you're not going to see in this video, yeah, that right there was the big thing. I just wasn't sure if we could take it, if it was going to be a little too steep, so chose not to chance it this time around. Like I said, we ended up making it, no big deal, and this is like a legit road, so that's weird all in itself. But we ended up just turning around and then going back to camp. So like I said, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you want to talk about it, shoot me a message in the comments and we'll see what's going on. Alright, thanks everyone.